I am a shrimp. I live in my own world. I have my own thoughts and feelings. I am colorful and beautiful. Please don't prepare me with soy sauce, garlic, and ginger. That's my friend Roberto. Please don't do that to him. But if you have to take someone, take him. Not me. Take Roberto.
Hello. Welcome to Season 2 of our adventure. In case you missed it, in our first series called Sink or Sail, we pick up a boat, learn to sail, and explore the Netherlands. And as it turns out, we don't actually sink. We show you around so you can discover with us some really great things and even some strange things we find there. After some practice in the Dutch Internal Sea, we head out to the North Sea, which if you don't know is super mega scary and dangerous, with the intention of sailing this boat to Spain. We make a good amount of progress on the journey, but for weather reasons, we ultimately decide to take the more scenic route and pass through the canals of France, thank God, because the North Sea is, well, unpleasant. Welcome to Season 2, where we show you the ins and outs of France, quite literally, with whimsy, curiosity, and honesty about the troubles we face and all the joy along the way. If you've ever been curious about what France is really like and subscribe to keep up with us as we frolic yet again through another country and take you with us every step of the way. Here we have Rodrigo, once again, with a heart full of dreams and a soul full of optimism, trying to catch a fish. Any fish, it doesn't matter what fish, but to catch his own fish and eat it. Everywhere we go, every canal, every creek, every river, every country, he sees people with fishing poles. And he goes to them and he asks, "What are you fishing? What are you gonna catch? What have you caught? Will you catch anything?" And the answer seems to always be no. Or, "Yeah, we catch this thing, but we throw it back. We don't eat it. The Chinese do." It is his optimism that inspires me, as he always has. A line in the water, despite the sound of two crazy loud motors, hoping that maybe a fish will find us, and maybe he will eat that fish.
Behind me you can see the coast of Boulogne Sur-Mer. We left the port of Dunkirk this morning, 5 in the morning. And we made it all the way to Calais with the currents. Now we are against the currents with our new, nice, brand new Honda here working for us. We are against the currents for 2 hours now and hoping to arrive in 45 minutes.
Laying around in the sun is so much fun. That's not what my mom wants. She says I need SPF and to avoid the sun. But my dad says the opposite, that I need vitamin D. But I go and do what I want. There's men around doing things, so I can chill idly on the coast of Boulogne Sur-Mer.
Here's Manu eating chocolate. Fast boat coming there. Everybody fishing.
You see that thing there? It's significant in some way. And he had the half-baked intention to walk over there and get some footage for the channel. Very noble. Until we put it in maps and realized that it was an hour and a half walking. Oh yeah, we need the exercise. It'll be good for us. But you know what? I did not end up hearing about that walk ever again, even though we spent a whole week and a half in this amazing city. Take a look. See, look at this. You can see the inside of a French city that you probably never heard of, because I hadn't heard of it until we got there. And this is footage that I took so you could see what it looks like. And it's really cool inside and out. This is the first French city that we actually get to know, because we were in Dunkirk very briefly, and it's small over there, and this is a real city. And the best thing I think about this city is the culture, the music, the murals that we're gonna show you. We're gonna show you the murals here. We lost the footage of the music. We didn't get very much of it because we were too busy jamming, but the French people really appreciate what we did, and it was super cool because we're musicians, and we find that it's convenient and makes more sense financially often, depending on the city that we're in, to play in the streets, which is impossible in the Netherlands. We tried for 2 whole months, not just in the main cities, but also in little villages. But here in Boulogne Sur-Mer, they were really down. They really appreciated what we did. The bars invited us to come back. Waiters even gave money. Most of the clientele also gave us money, which was really cool, because in a lot of touristy areas, most people ignore you, and then a few people will end up giving you bills. And that's what we were kind of used to, at least playing music in Madeira. But here in Boulogne Sur-Mer, the locals were down because it wasn't so touristy. So we got a real French experience. And what I mean when I say French experience, oh, hold on, look at this. So all of these things that we're looking at, depending on the level of the water, they rise 9 meters. 9 meters to be at the level over there of the street. All the pontoons, all the boats rise with water. 9 meters. All of that. Okay, back to what I was saying about Boulogne-sur-Mer. Manu, our French friend, told us that, you guys got the real French experience, because at nighttime, when you go there looking for kebab and you're drunk because all of the bars and restaurants invited you to free beer, and oh my god, French beer. In the US, really, I never had any appreciation at all for beer or wine, to be honest with you, not until I came to Europe. It is here that I learned. And these 2 men that I blame a little bit for that. Or I am grateful for. But the point that I'm wanting to make is that it was sketchy late at night, and there was not very much of a police presence. And he goes, this is the real France. You're not gonna get a real experience in the places where there's all those tourists. We met some really incredible people here, some artists that even invited us into their home, and we jammed with them there. We jammed in this incredible bar called Le Bouillon. It's red and it's tiny, and one day we had our equipment, and we decided to ask if we could just play some songs there. And before we knew it, there were other people taking our equipment basically from us to sing and play his guitar, and there was just such a lively, creative scene there. And it was so amazing because honestly, I had kind of lost the joy in playing music in the streets because it was so poorly received in the Netherlands. Even though they're so nice and so polite, and their cops are very friendly, we know because we ended up dealing with them a good amount. But Boulogne-sur-Mer kind of renewed my feelings of being an artist and why I do it. And a lot of that came from being able to jam with the locals and people that lived there, like some really cool teenagers that we found that were incredible. Nathanael was an insane guitarist, and Isaac with his bass and other instruments that he showed us in his house. They were just such warm, welcoming, lovely people in this city, and we were so grateful to be there.
Wow. I have food all over my face. It's like candy. It's like candy. But in a good way, with the crumble and the apricot.
Yeah, woohoo! You made it to the end of the episode. Thank you for watching, and don't forget, actually, you don't have to worry about forgetting, because if you like, subscribe, and hit the bell, the internet will remind you next time for our next episode, where we embark on a 48-hour sail, and it doesn't exactly turn out how we hope. Thanks for watching. See you soon.